We're rolling. Welcome to Lanzarote.
I kinda adore you, but don't get too proud. You're like my favorite snack, I won't say it out loud. I won't say you're perfect, we all know you're not. But hey, you're the best kind of way that I got. Your songs are in my head, it's on repeat. The awkward dance I do, but only on your street. I won't say you're perfect, we all know you're not. But hey, you're the best kind of queer that I got.
Our first YouTube of the 2025 season and our first YouTube in a long while. So welcome back. As you might be aware, 5 weeks before Nice, I tore my calf. It was a 10 centimetre tear in the outside. We rehabbed it the best we could to get to Nice. Obviously, not the most ideal preparations, but I had a few runs before. I was pretty confident that I was aerobically fit, swim and bike, and the run was a little bit of an unknown. I got through the race and I could feel it on the run, which was very disappointing, and it definitely put me back. I still wanted to finish, I could still move forward. It just wasn't the race I was hoping for, but we rolled the dice and it was what it was. After that, we had a really big decision to make with the rest of the season. And after lots of umming and ahhing and questioning what we should do, we just decided to call the season, end the season there. And yeah, so off-season started there. We had a really great 3 weeks completely off. We went on holiday, we ate good food, we went out, we drank, we partied, ready to hit this season the way we should have done last year. I could have raced New Zealand if we wanted to. I would have been the same rehab or longer than what we had from the tear to Nice. But I would have found myself in the same position where I would have needed to have had 5 to 6 months off of recovery, and then I would have been starting next year racing in June or July, and it just would have messed up the year, or I would have kept having to chase my tail, and I would have been on the back foot all year. Whereas finishing my season after Nice like I did, I feel like I have been able to have a proper off season. I've been able to take these beginning few months of training slowly and progressively and really build that solid foundation, which I don't think we got after Australia last year. So we've been able to do a really good strength block in the gym, not only obviously working on the calf but all over. 3 gym sessions a week, 2 at-home gym sessions, and yeah, really building that solid foundation and slowly progressing like I think I didn't get at the beginning of this year. So learning from my mistakes and feeling good.
Recording. Okay, Fenella asked me just to quickly talk about what we've done regarding her injury and rehab with Dan. So Dan's a physio I used to work with in Bristol, when we used to work in Bristol Rugby. I regard him as one of the best physios in the UK. So we travel to Cardiff, we see him, he implements some strategies or some protocols for Fenella, and then we work on them. So yeah, Fenella had a 10 centimetre tear in her soleus, which is relatively big. However, the edema was pretty small, so it recovered really quickly, hence why we could do Nice. She just wasn't conditioned to do Nice, which is why it obviously returned during the race. So after Nice, Dan wanted to get some benchmark tests, which Fenella's just explained, which was calf raises, 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down for reps until basically Fenella couldn't do any more, or her calves kind of, fatigued. So we did that. She did, I think, low 30s on both legs, which in relative terms is really poor, especially for an endurance athlete like Fenella. So we knew there was lots of room for improvement, and maybe was a factor in how she, or why she injured her calf in the first place. So yeah, Dan did some research. He's really good like that. Looked into some papers, and we kind of figured out that anyone doing endurance sports or ultra sports or anything that requires lower leg endurance, so even like basketball, netball, should be upwards of maybe 100 reps or even up to 150. So that was Fenella's target. Within 4 weeks, we got her to 75, which was really, really good, really positive. And that was not just a coincidence. Fenella did a lot of calf work, potentially upwards of maybe 1,000 reps a week. Some loaded, some unloaded, some isometrics, loads of different variables, or variations. But yeah, it worked really well. We're in Lanzarote and we're working on getting Fenella's run endurance back up. We're doing some speed work, some real short speed work, working on Fenella's biomechanics and getting her back used to running fast. And then we'll do lots of hills, and yeah, Lanzarote is great for that type of thing because we can run off-road and do a little bit more volume maybe here than we could at home because of the terrain and how soft on the foot it is. But yeah, that's the aim. We'll probably be up to maybe 80 minutes of running by the time we leave here in a couple of weeks, and then into the next block of training after Christmas, which hopefully would involve a little bit more preparation for racing if Fenella's there or thereabouts. But yeah. What did I learn from last year? Last year was a struggle from the first session of the year to the last, I would say. The high of Australia, winning Australia, was amazing. However, the impact that had on the following season was, for everyone to see. And I think we've learned a lot from that now. So if we ever decide to stretch out the season like that again, we certainly won't be racing early on in the following season. It's unrealistic to be able to perform at the level that you need to now in triathlon without having some good time away from the sport, and a good solid off season. Fenella needs a good build. So last year I think we did maybe 9 weeks of training before Oceanside, and that was after an Ironman in December. It was just never going to be successful. It was still a successful season. Fenella still raced well, and she obviously challenged, and she was there in racing, but it was still a hard season. But this year we've gone back to what we've done previously, what's worked, and hopefully first race of the year, we'll see where we are, and then we can build from that all the way to Kona at the end of the year, which will be the goal this year. So what are we doing after this block?
We are heading to New Zealand. It's going to be their summer, so it'll be good weather. It's an amazing place, and getting a little bit of FOMO of everyone out there and the amazing sceneries, and that's why we've chosen to go there. Because we're going on Boxing Day, it's their summer holidays, and we did think about going back to Noosa, which you obviously know that we really loved and enjoyed, but it's pretty pricey at the moment, with it being their summer holidays, and yeah, it was just a little bit cheaper, and we know that New Zealand will be good. I've got family there, so hopefully get to go see them for the first time in forever, and yeah. So I guess the part of the reason why we finished after Nice was so that we could race early. So the idea is we will be racing relatively early in 2025, but what that looks like, it's a little bit undecided, because obviously I'm still recovering from the calf injury and we haven't incorporated too much fast stuff or race pace stuff, so we're going to see how that progresses and to what races we want to do. But yeah, it's going to be early-ish, so February, March time, and yeah, I don't know what series I want to do and target. I just know I want to enjoy racing a lot more than I did last year. Just want to say thank you for watching. I know this isn't so exciting and so glamorous as we just build slowly into the 2025 season. We hope to do more of these. If you want to see more details about anything in particular, leave a comment below. Remember to like, subscribe, because we are going to be pumping these out